What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're back with our second to last rebuild for these all 30 team rebuilds, as today we're going to be doing the defending champions, the Denver Nuggets. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells about 60% of the people that watch the videos aren't actually subs. So if you do fall into that 60%, want to change that, that would be awesome, as we're now on the road to 50,000 subs. But other than that, we're doing the Denver Nuggets today, as I told you guys. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon. Now, this is one of the teams that probably don't need my help that much necessarily. But, you know, it always feels good to do all 30 teams, which is why we're here. So, and it's not like the Nuggets also like win a championship every year anyway. So I guess there is a possibility that I could help in some way. So here's your starting five. We know what it looks like. We know what this rotation's like. It's Jamal Murray, KCP, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, and Jokic. Obviously, one thing that could hurt them this year is the loss of Bruce Brown. He got an absolute back from the Pacers, which the Nuggets obviously could not match by any means. But Christian Brown, Zeke Naji, Reggie Jackson, and Justin Holiday is our 9-man rotation at the moment. So as you can tell, the bench is a little bit weak, so it definitely needs some improvement. We also have Peyton Watson down here, who I think is going to be a huge contributor to the Nuggets this season off the bench, similar to what they got from Christian Brown. So that definitely could be a thing. But other than that, we have like Schroeder, Pickett down here, DeAndre Jordan as a veteran presence, but there definitely still needs to be more moves for this bench. So more likely than not, if I can, I probably will stop at the trade deadline and make a move for the bench, because this team as a starting five, it's set right now. I don't plan on changing it, at least for this first season, but the bench could use our help. It really could. So I'm going to change Mike Malone to pace and space. We're going to simulate year one. Obviously, these are the defending champions, as I told you guys, and I'm curious to see how things go. I mean, this should be a team that does really good in the simulation, but 2K is weird sometimes, so we don't really know. So I will see you guys mostly at the deadline or at the end of year one. Today's video is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a player props app that's available on mobile or desktop. Let me show you how it works. Basically, it's just you against the numbers. You don't have to play anybody else, literally you against projections. That's all it is. They pretty much have every sport you can imagine. Obviously, NFL going on right now, but we're waiting on the NBA. And right now, they may not have, like, obviously NBA regular season stuff, but they do have NBA season-long stuff. So if you want to go ahead and start to look at, like, points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game, you can go over or under on the projected number that it gives you. So we can choose between 2 to 6 players, 6 players up to 25 times your money, 3 times for 2 players. So let's say I think Devin Booker is going to average more than 27 this season. I would go more on that projection. Let's say I think Rozier is going to average under. I can go less on that projection. It's that simple. It's you against the numbers. That's all it is. No, it's not complicated at all. It's a lot of fun. It enhances your gaming viewing experience. PrizePicks is something I use a lot. It's a lot of fun. So if you want to go ahead and download PrizePicks, my code is down in the description below. Use that link. Use code Crushables when you first sign up. If you go ahead and deposit $100, PrizePicks will match your first deposit up to $100. You don't have to deposit $100, but if you up to $100, it will match your first deposit. But that's it. If you want to go ahead and sign up for PrizePicks, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables. Thank you, PrizePicks, for sponsoring today's video. And the tool I've been using this year is DGF's correlation tool. Basically, what it does, it kind of just like gives you a game script and a slip that you could play. You don't really have to think about anything. All you do is just open up what it gives you. Obviously, they have all kinds of sports books here with Jock Market, PrizePicks, Underdog. They also have like Parlay Play. They have NFL, NCAA football. Once the NBA comes around, they plan on having the NBA for this as well. So basically what it does, it kind of correlates the game script in a way. So if the game is going to be like high scoring, then obviously you're going to go over on pretty much everybody you can. So for Penn State versus Ohio State, which I watch no NCAA football, so you won't watch me playing this at all. But Drew Aller over, and then you got Kyle McCord over. So like it basically just kind of correlates it all, and that's what they're going to do when the NBA season comes around. You just look at the slip and you play it. No, you don't really have to think about it. You just go with what it gives you. And for the most part, this has been pretty profitable. It's up 282 units at the moment. So if you want to sign up for DGF's correlation tool and use this tool once the NBA season comes around and see how it goes for you, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables. It's been a lot of fun using it. Other than that, thank you, DGF, for sponsoring today's video. So we're stopped at the trade deadline as we're 26 and 25 on the season right now. Things aren't going very well. We know our bench is somewhat weak. Being 26-25 is not ideal for a team that just won the championship. So I have a plan to improve our bench, and it starts with talking to the Chicago Bulls. There's one guy on their team that whenever I have him on my roster, things just go a lot better. It's Andre Drummond. I know as weird as that sounds, it feels like Andre Drummond is just like one of the good backup centers to have in 2K. And I'm kind of hoping we can get like another piece, whether it's Kobe White or Caruso from them. I'm kind of hoping we can get one of the other as well. That's what I'm banking on here. So we're going to try for Drummond and Kobe White or Caruso. I mean, those would be two really good contributions off our bench if we can snag it. So I know Caruso would regress. Kobe White's making a little too much money. I can barely, or I would assume it wouldn't be a bad get either at 7 points. But let's try for Caruso. I know he'll regress, so it'll suck. But if we're trying to win a championship again this year, this is going to be well worth it. So I'm going to throw Zeke Naji, Reggie Jackson. You're going to give me Andre Drummond as well. We're going to be a little bit off still. I will throw you Vlatko Kinkar, and then you can give me like maybe it's like Julian Phillips. Okay, so the money works here. Obviously, I don't think they accept this straight up. Most likely they don't. I will throw a second-round pick to see if that makes anything change. Nope. I'll throw my 2024 first this year. Although we're bad, I think getting Caruso and Drummond is going to help that a lot. And they are going to want DeAndre Jordan. They'll give me Terry Taylor. Actually, don't mind that as a throw-in. So you know what? We're doing this trade. We are trading Zeke Naji in a 2024 first. I think we're going to improve once we get Drummond and Caruso on this roster. So I don't care about trading my first-round pick. So welcome to the team, Drummond and Caruso. That is huge. So Caruso, does he go up at point guard? He does not. I mean, do we have a backup two right now? It's Peyton Watson, technically. But we could have him play either. I think I'll move him to point guard. So he'll be our backup point guard. So this will be our rotation now. So it's Jamal Murray, KCP, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, Jokic, Caruso, Andre Drummond, Christian Brown, and then Justin Holiday and Peyton Watson. I'm going to shrink this down to a 9-man rotation as well. And then I'm going to throw Peyton Watson in there. Peyton Watson's going to play for us. So we'll have him be that backup two for us. And then if I moved him down to the 3, how tall? He's 6'7". He's going to go up to a 75 at the 3. So I'm going to move him to the 3 just for this season. Might actually leave him there going forward. Who knows? But he'll be a 75 for the rest of the season. That improves our bench tenfold. I know we traded the first-round pick, but I'm expecting with the addition of Drummond and Caruso that this team will much improve and will be a top team in the West, hopefully. But we'll see if that changes for us. At the end of year 1, John Morant wins MVP. Vic is your Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul, 6-man Giannis Offensive Player. And Paul Reed, Most Improved. And Devin Booker is your Clutch Player of the Year. And Jenkins, your Coach of the Year. Executive goes to Tyler Jamison. All-NBA First Team, Ja, Luka, Jokic, Giannis, LeBron. All-NBA Second Team. And here's your All-NBA Third Team. So All-Defensive First Team and All-Defensive Second Team. Jokic made All-NBA First Team. No surprise there. I don't think we were going to have anybody else. But no All-Defensive Team representatives either. And that was your all-rookie teams. But I will tell you, things improved drastically. Once we made the 2 additions, it kind of started slow after the trade deadline. I was like, wow, man, we're really about to be a lottery team. But then we went on a huge run and started winning a bunch of games, and we got the 5th seed in the West now. So we are definitely in the thick of things. Obviously, none of this matters unless we go far in the playoffs again. But 17 from Porter, 17 from Gordon, and then Murray and Jokic did their thing, of course. Drummond with 10 and 9, and then you had 7 from KCP. 6 from Caruso, and then also 6 from Christian Brown, and then 5 from Peyton Watson, who's up to a 76 overall. So, let's see how we do going into the playoffs. I would love nothing more than to get past the Clippers and go on a huge run here again. But it is the Clippers in round 1. They are going to have a Russell Westbrook, Paul George, Kawhi, Covington, Plumlee. And the Clippers seem to do really good in the simulation. Primo's hurt for them, it looks like, at the moment. But somebody current round against Clippers, and we are going to be in a tie series with them. It's 2-2, so we are going to go to Simcast this game 5 and see if we can get past them here. Clippers, yeah, as I told you, they usually go all the way to the conference finals, it feels like, in year 1. So I wouldn't be surprised if we lost to them, and we are going to lose in game 5. So we had the game 5 victor, our lead for a second. We give it up, and now it's time to see if we can win game 6 at home in Denver in front of these Denver fans. Man, how disappointing would it be from going to win a championship to getting bounced out in round 1 by the team that is the Clippers. Close game here. Maybe we can close the gap here. They definitely have the lead right now. Keep it up. It's not looking good. They're starting to run away with it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe we woke up. Yeah, it looks like we lost. So we are going to get eliminated in round 1 by the Los Angeles Clippers. We ran into a team that always seems to make it to the finals. And they are going to lose the Grizzlies, actually. Grizzlies, Bucks. And we're going to have the Grizzlies going to win the championship. So, unfortunately for us, this year we're getting eliminated in round 1. Not ideal. Definitely got to make some changes here. LeBron James going to retire with a migraine. I'm going to override that. But let's go to draft lottery. So, lottery time. Our pick is going to land at number 23. So, the Bulls get the 23rd overall pick. Sure, we're missing out on a rookie. That sucks. But at the end of the day, it's all good in my opinion. So, we are going to hire an assistant head coach here. I mean, if we can get Taylor Jenkins to be like our assistant, sign me up for that. Taylor Jenkins is going to be our assistant head coach. And then we are going to fill the rest of this out. I'll see you guys with the next move because we just lost in round 1. We got to do something, right? So before Crusoe regresses like crazy, we're going to be flipping him over to the Hawks for a future first-round pick and Bogdan Bogdanovic. So we're going to get, we're giving them Strother and Pickett, 2 young players, which sucks, but getting a future first that has 2-star trade value is going to be very valuable because I don't even know we're going to be able to keep KCP, and Bogdan's the starting 2 guard, and a 2025 unprotected Kings pick should come in handy. It should. Maybe at the trade deadline we can make a big move. I'm not sure, but I think that was the most ideal move we could have made at the moment. I know Crusoe was going to regress like crazy. Unfortunately, I only knew I was going to be able to have him for like 1 season, which we got the most out of it as much as we could. So, do we have another pick here? We have a second-round pick, so let's see if we can get anybody good with our second-rounder. So, at number 13 in the second round, we got like McCain, we got Tristan, we got Sean Stewart, Washington. I'll take Tristan here, and that will be our pick out of Colorado. So, he's at home here. So, he's a 69 overall. We'll sign on player options. Terry Taylor, I'm going to accept. KCP accepts his $15 million player option. That comes in handy. And then none of those guys matter too much there. Free agency, not going to be able to do too much here. I'm going to bring back Drummond 100%. So we'll sign Drummond back. And then if it lets me do anything else, we'll sign somebody else as well. We can reunite with Gary Harris. Oh, I thought Gary Harris was going to be here, but he's not. We can reunite with Malik Beasley instead if we wanted to. Kenrich Williams, and then center we're not going to need. But like Warren, Malik Beasley, or like a Beverly, or maybe... I scroll, maybe I could go get Gary Harris. I don't know if he's still here. He's not. But whatever. So, we have Jamal Murray. We have KCP, Bogdan. We have Michael Porter, Christian Brown, and Peyton Watson. We have Aaron Gordon. And we have Drummond and Jokic. So, what do we do now? What's the next move? How do we get better? I mean, the starting 5, of course, I love. I do have a feeling that KCP might regress. He didn't do that great anyway, averaging 7 points per game. So I wonder if the best move here is to trade Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. It's not like I want to, but $15 million. We have that first-round pick now. I feel like we could maybe go get something for him. We could even maybe throw Bogdan with him together to get like somebody really good. We'll see if that's the right move. It may hurt our depth if we do that, though. So I'm going to take a look around the league and see what can make some sense. I wonder if Portland would be willing to give me Malcolm Brogdon. Just averaged 19 points per game, 42% shooting from 3 for the Portland Trailblazers. I think he'd be gettable. That might be our first target. I'm just kind of looking around to see if there's anything else that stands out to me, but I think Brogdon is the one that sticks out the most. So I'm going to see if I can get Brogdon from them. I highly doubt it, but we're going to try. So KCP, and then I'm willing to throw in like Terry Taylor, who we got, and then let's say it's like Phillips as well. So these 3 guys in that Kings pick, I don't know if that's going to do it for them. Let's see. They don't agree to it, and I think that's all we can really give up. I could throw like Tristan DeSilva in here as well, and then I'll also throw Hunter Tyson. Like, this is my full arsenal at them. For Brogdon, they say no. So I think we're going to have to most likely wait it out. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything right now. I think we're going to have to wait until we can make like a big move. But Brogdon would have been ideal. They say you're not giving me enough. If we had another first I could throw in here, I would potentially do it, but we cannot. So fortunately for us, we're not able to do anything else. The only other thing I could do is sort of like Peyton Watson. Would Peyton Watson be worth throwing in? I don't think so. I think we kind of need them for depth. So yeah, this would be as much as I would be willing to throw in. I don't think there's anyone else that stuck out to me other than Brogdon, unless we scroll down the list maybe further. If there's anybody else out there that can make some sense. Don't think there's going to be anybody. Like Clarkson, I guess, Rozier. There's like Colin Sexton, Markelle Fultz, Benedict Mathurin. That's a little too crazy. We could go get Bruce Brown back, but I don't know if that makes a lot of sense. Gary Trent, firing contract. So I think we're better off just going out there and signing someone in free agency and making, waiting and maybe banking on that. Maybe banking on the Kings to be just like really bad and kind of hoping that works out for us. So the one guy I'm going to sign is Kenrich Williams, though. So we're going to sign Kenrich Williams to a deal. He'll be our backup 4, and then we'll sign like Austin Rivers, who played in Denver once upon a time. So sign him, and then sign like, I don't know, is there anybody else that's willing or worth signing? I'll sign like JaMychal Green, who I think played in Denver too. So we'll go for that. It's not the greatest offseason, but I do love the addition of Bogdan. We're going to have KCP probably regressing down to a 77. Bogdan regresses as well. So is Murray and Jokic. Watson up to a 76, though, which is huge. He kind of just did that last year. We still have, a bunch of young players. And the main thing we're doing here is kind of hoping that the Kings are bad. I mean, if that Kings pick ends up being like a 4-star pick at the trade deadline, that's going to be huge. Like, that's going to give us a bunch of trade value. That's what we got to bank on. So if we can get that Kings pick to be really good, that is what we're banking on right now. So let's see what this rotation is going to look like. It's still a good team. I still love the addition of Bogdan. Still have Drummond here. We need to cut 2 players, unfortunately. So I'm going to cut Tristan, who I just drafted, unfortunately, and Colin at the end here. So we'll cut you 2 guys. And Power is going to lay us at 9. So they're still pretty high on us. Still 4.5 proficiency. Murray, KCP, Porter, Aaron Gordon, Jokic, Bogdan, Drummond, Christian Brown, and Kerrich Williams. So it's still a very good team. Still a very good team. So I'll see you guys most likely at the trade deadline. Hopefully the Kings are very bad. So we're going to start at the trade deadline as things are going pretty well right now. We're 32-19. I have not looked at the standings, which is why we're here to do it now. So moment of truth. We're here looking at it together. Where are the Kings? I don't see them in the top 8. So that's a great sign. Or top 9, actually. Sacramento is, let's see, they're 20-30. So that pick could be pretty valuable. Let's see. It's not like the most valuable pick in the world, but still a very valuable pick nonetheless. So Sacramento is got a 3-star unprotected pick, and then we have our 2029 now unlocked as well. So we have 2 first-rounders we could trade here at the deadline if we so please to do so. 32-19. I could keep things the same, settle on this, and call it good, but I don't think that's the greatest plan in the world. So we are going to use KCP salary while we can. So I don't know what we're gonna get yet, but that Kings pick should help me get something at the very least, and that is what we plan on doing here. So we are going to look around the league, see who makes sense. I mean, I saw Devin Vassell. He kind of stands out to me, although I think he's making like 29 million. Brogdon, still an option. Ooh, the Nuggets have listed Devin Booker and Bradley Beal as available. I don't think we have enough for Devin Booker, but Shea is not available. Anthony Edwards, always someone I love getting. Brogdon, they're rebuilding, so Brogdon is still an option. Steph and the Warriors are rebuilding, even though they're really good, so that's interesting. Getting Clay would be interesting. Gary Trent Jr. or Jordan Poole. There are some options here. The main thing we're trying to upgrade is the shooting guard spot or point guard, because I think Jamal Murray could play the 2 if we wanted him to, but I'd rather him keep him at the 1. Trae Young, I guess, is available. Tyler Hero, not necessarily. So Brogdon is probably the most likely option here, but we are going to just kind of see. We're going to see. So we're going to try for Malcolm Brogdon. I'm going to try to keep the Kings pick out of this trade to see if they would say yes without the Kings pick here. So it's KCP, Kenrich Williams, a second and a first-round pick for Brogdon. That would be a huge upgrade at the 2 spot. What do they say? They agree. So we get to keep the Kings pick, and we get Brogdon at the trade deadline. That is a home run in my opinion. So Brogdon is our brand new starting 2 on this Denver squad. So now Murray, Brogdon is our backcourt. Porter, Gordon, Jokic, Drummond, Bogdan, Christian Brown, and Peyton Watson. So that was awesome. Love the addition of Brogdon to the team. 32-19 should only get better after that. Hopefully, we end up winning a championship this season. At the end of year 2, Luka wins MVP. Ade Mara, Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul, 6th man. Giannis, Defensive Player. Scoot, Most Improved. And Edwards, Clutch Player. And Michael Malone, Coach of the Year. So we ended up getting the first team in the West, which is awesome. So All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, All-NBA third, and All-Defense first team, and All-Defensive second team. So we end up as the first seed, as I told you guys. Let's take a look at the player stats for the season. So we had 25.5 from Murray, 13.5 from Jokic, 18 from Porter, 17 from Brogdon, and then 15 from Aaron Gordon, 10.5 from Drummond with 10 rebounds, 10 from Bogdan, and 6 from Watson, and 4 from JaMychal Green, and 4 from Christian Brown. So here goes nothing. Obviously, we got eliminated round 1 last year. If we get eliminated round 1 here, that would be an ultimate disappointment. We do draw the Jazz in round 1. Drew Holiday is over there for some reason. And, the roster's fine, but I think we should beat them. I think we should anyway. You never really know with this game. So my current round against Utah, and we are going to beat them in 5, maybe? Yes, okay, so take care of them. Watson does get hurt. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. We are not going to have him for the foreseeable future, most likely. So that's a big loss for sure. That puts JaMychal Green in the rotation. I'm going 8-man rotation for the rest of the way. Memphis in round 2. They got Kawhi. Wow, okay. Kawhi Leonard is on the Grizzlies now. Interesting. Did he sign a minimum to join this team or what? Because I know he's not making a bag, right? Yeah, $12 million. Absolutely insane. Okay. So my current round against Memphis, and we are going to get Brogdon hurt. We have an even series. Aaron Gordon gets hurt. Hopefully he's playing through that, because if he's not, we are probably in a bad... Oh my goodness, we're starting Drummond and you. Okay. Yeah, consider us screwed. I will say that. How long is Gordon out? Because Brogdon's also day-to-day. Gordon's out 1 to 2 weeks. Yeah, we're probably done for. If we have to start Drummond, we're most likely done for. But I guess we'll give it our best shot. Still have Jokic, still have Murray, and still have Brogdon. So who knows? Game 5. We find a way to win this series, Memphis. You are just done for, bro. That's all I got to say. Let's see. I mean, right now we have the Game 5 lead. I guess Drummond is one of those guys, and we are going to win Game 5. Doesn't mean we won the series yet, but Game 6, Brogdon's fully healthy, so that should help out even more. Lead was started with us, but Memphis takes it back. Close game, somewhat. They are starting to run with it, though. Maybe. Maybe we close the gap here at the end. 3 minutes left. We're going to slow the speed down here. 4-point game. Oh, man. If Memphis finds a way to lose this, they are... wow, no one scored in like 2 minutes, it feels like. And we have not scored. Okay, we just did not score like the last 3 minutes of the game, it felt like. Okay, game 7. What are we doing now? So we want Terry Taylor to start. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's rough. I mean, Porter obviously could play the 4 technically since he's like 6'10". So we'll do that, I guess. Terry Taylor will start at the 3. Or we could start Bogdan. All right, let's do that. Let's do this. So we're going to have Bogdan play the 3 for this. Bogdan's going to play the 3 for this. We'll do this. We'll have Bogdan play the 3. And then Terry Taylor will be out of the rotation entirely, likely. So we'll do something like this. So Terry Taylor out of the rotation entirely. We'll go Bogdan at the 3, which is great. We'll go 30 minutes there. JaMychal will give you like 10 minutes. We don't need you playing that much. Drummond, 27, something like that. And then Murray and Jokic, obviously. Need you guys to play a ton of minutes here. So we'll go something like that. All right. Game 7 in Denver. So let's even take care of business against the Grizzlies here. And we got a close one relatively. 2-point game going to the 4th quarter. We took the lead back. We keep it and we move on. Come on, keep the lead here. Take it back. All right, we take it. Now keep it. No, back and forth game. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, have a 5-point lead here, 6-point lead. Come on, foot on the pedal, foot on the pedal. And we are going to beat the Grizzlies. Oh my goodness, bro. We actually did that. Let's go. 28 points, 10 rebounds, 16 assists, 23 from Brogdon, and now we get the Lakers. All right, Gordon, how close are you to being back? So we need you back big time. He's still not going to be back anytime soon, it looks like. So they still want to start Terry Taylor, which is just not what I want to do at all. So we're going to go something like this again. We'll fix it back to the way we had it. So we'll go 10 minutes to Michael Green, and yeah, so we'll go something like this. Boom, now we can just do this. Bogdan, Michael Porter, Brogdon. All right, let's go. Lakers are in the conference finals. They got D'Angelo Russell. No more LeBron James. They have OG, though. So we'll see how this goes, man. Game 1. Let's see how it goes. Cleveland and Knicks on the other side. We're up 1-0. Game 2, 2-0. Game 3, 3-0. And are we going to sweep the... Gordon is fully back as well. Imagine we start losing... Yeah, we lost Bogdan for the season. So we get Gordon back. We lose Bogdan for the season. That's fantastic. Okay. All right, so what does it look like now? So now we can have Porter, Gordon back in the starting 5. So at least we have our starting 5 back, but we lost our bench. Watson is actually able to play now, so that's huge. Because now the bench isn't too bad. It's actually kind of back to full strength in a way. So we got Garland and the Cavaliers in the finals. So let's see if we can beat them, man. It's going to be a tough series, but I feel like we can do it. Somebody current around against 3-1, and we're going to beat them in 5. Let's go, baby. Just like that. We have won a championship with the Nuggets. Man, that was tough because we had so many injuries hit us down the stretch, but getting healthy at the end helped us a ton. Now, I don't want to end it there because I'm curious to see what kind of luck we're going to get in the lottery with that Kings pick, because that's kind of what I would leave you guys on, like a bad cliffhanger if I didn't check this out. So we're projected the 6th overall pick. What do we get? We're going to get... Imagine if I would have ended the video after... I mean, what can you say, boys? What can you say? My luck in the lottery this year has been insane. Like, there's not... It's insane. It's literally just, like, I don't even know what's going on. But we're going to run it back another season with Cooper Flagg on the team. I mean, obviously, no-brainer. Not even going to think about who else I could take here. Cooper Flagg, welcome to the Nuggets, my friend. I don't even know where you're going to play, but it doesn't matter. That's insane. We just won a championship. We get to add the best prospect in the 2025 draft. Imagine being in that position. That's insane. Player options, we're going to have Aaron Gordon declining. I'm going to keep the roster the same, most likely. All we got to do is just re-sign everybody. So, I believe, yeah, Jamal Murray's free agent, Gordon, Brogdon. I want all of them back if I can get them all back. We're going 1 more year on this, and we should be good. So, going to sign all 3 back. We should be able to go again. Cooper Flagg out of this roster. What more could you want? Let's go to player progression, and let's see how bad guys are regressing. Drummond's probably going to go down, but, man, am I hyped about having the freaking best prospect you can get. So, he is a 81 overall. We got Bogdan, Drummond regressing, which is to be figured. But we're going to go 1 more season on this. Let's see how things go now that we've added Cooper Flagg to this equation. The final year, Jokic wins MVP to end things off here, which is really cool to see. Makes all NBA first team, obviously. And we end up as a 2nd seed in the Western Conference. No surprise there. Gordon is hurt at the moment, but he should be back here soon. He's playing through it. He's only 2 to 4. Okay, he's playing through a hip injury, 2 to 4 weeks till healthy. But Cooper Flagg averaged 16 points per game on this team, 15, 14, 13, and then you had, 20 and 24. So, Thunder in round 1. Shea, Casey Wallace, Lou Dort, Joe Williams, Chet, Isaiah Collier out of this equation to this team, Alex Sarr. So yeah, they've hit on their draft picks, it looks like. Semi-current round against the Thunder, and we are going to beat them in 5. So take care of them, and now we get the Kings. Obviously, their pick helped us. Gary Harris is playing at the 2. So that's interesting. It looks like we have, wow, injuries galore here. Although Brogdon, Christian Brown out for the season or for 1 to 2 weeks. Gordon and Brogdon day-to-day. But I guess Gary Harris is going to start for us for 1 game or 2. Brogdon's back. Okay. Semi-current round against the Kings, and we are going to lose in 7. So we get their draft pick, but we lose to them. So that's awesome. Okay. They go all the way to the finals, and that's funny. Okay, well, you know what? It's okay. We got 1 championship. That's fine. So I would have loved to, but man, adding Cooper Flag after 1 championship would be insane. I don't know if, obviously, I don't think that happens in real life, but hope you guys enjoyed this video anyway. It was a fun one. Nuggets, good team to rebuild, or not a team that needed to rebuild at all, but I feel like we did good with what we had. So thank you guys for watching as always. I'll see you on the next video. 1 last rebuild until we move on to something else. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.